For this assignment, we are going to be going over formatting of cells, including alignments, cell formatting, bolding, italicized, underlines, and as well as total formula or summation formula and difference formulas. So to start out, let's go ahead and modify the data that we have currently in the cells. So the first one we're going to go to is your A1 cell. We're going to, holding down your left mouse button, click and drag across through A1 to D1. And using our function up here, merge center, we'll be creating one large cell with a center title. For most assignments moving forward, this will be one of the first elements you'll do when setting up a chart. Often the title is always going to be centered and merged across the entirety of the chart. So in this case, we only have four columns. If we had 8, we would stretch it out over 8. So repeat the same procedure with the next one below it, the third quarter budget. The next thing we're going to do is, we can see here in total 7, 12, A12, B14, we have content that's cut off. How we fix that, and the easiest way to fix it, is simply put your cursor between the A and B column so you have the line with the double arrows, double click, and what occurs is called an auto fit function. So this will save a lot of time moving forward. If you ever have numbers in a box that have pound signs or the hashtags, simply the numbers are too large for the box, you need to then go between and do an auto fit. Next, we're going to go ahead and align, and the alignment group is going to be right up here. So we're going to be using these groupings to align our text to make it more visually appealing. So let's start by working on the total revenue, total expense, profit, and cumulative profit. So these ones we're going to use a right align, which is here right above the D column. And this will offset these columns, making it more visually, not just appealing, but easier to read. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to offset these, but we're not going to go full right on alignment. We're just going to do a text indent. So why don't you press those twice, and we'll do the same things for here. There's our categories. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to format these column headers to rotate. So we're going to go here, highlight your columns, and above the last indent is your orientation. Let's click on that, and let's do a format cell alignment. On this, we're going to do a horizontal, and we're going to do 45 degrees. Okay. To reiterate, if there was an error there, go back using this button up here until you get back to where it looks like this. Again, let's cross over here, drop down, and we're going to do angle counterclockwise. So instead of format cell, we're going to do counterclockwise. So this will automatically tilt it and adjust the column height for us. Okay, next we're going to continue formatting the cells to add for visual appearance. So in our total revenue, we're going to bold. We're going to do that for total expenses as well, and cumulative and regular profit. Okay, for our sales, consulting, advertising, inventory, we're going to do italicized. So this is no different than when you operate with Microsoft Word in the way that you format text cells. Total revenue. How we figure this out is we start off by pressing our equal sign, followed by, you can either click in here or type the word sum for summation, followed by parenthesis, bracket, which is your Shift 9. Then click on the cells you want to include, you want to be added together, and close it with a Shift 0 and press enter. Quickly then we can go ahead using our autofill, place your cursor in the bottom right hand corner and drag across. We're going to repeat this then for our total expenses. So sum, bracket, click on and drag through B10 through B15, do a Shift 0, enter, we have our totals. Drag this across for autofill. Profit. Profit for a business is the difference between total revenue and total expenses. So how we do this is we start off by equals, again telling the computer we're doing some math formulas. Click on the cell that contains the total revenue above, so this is B7, minus, and then the cell containing total expenses, B16. Press enter and drag across. All right, cumulative profit. This is our total profit for the 3 months. We are going to, again, this is an addition, so we will start by going equals, sum, Shift 9, drag through these 3 profits for the months, enclose with a Shift 0, and press return. And you should be at this point. So next we're going to start formatting the cells for numbers, accounting, and visual aesthetics. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to format the cells with $, decimals, and commas. So instead of typing it in, how we're going to do this is we're going to start by clicking on and highlighting across B5 through D5, and simply up here above column G where it says general, we're going to drop this down and we're going to click on accounting. So this will automatically fill your $, commas, and decimals. In order to copy that down, a little easier format, we're going to click in B5. Above column A, there's a format button. We're going to click on this. This copies only the formatting, which is that accounting function. Then we're going to drag across, click and drag across B7 to D7, and it'll be included. I'm going to repeat this then, again, for total expenses and profit, cumulative profits. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to format the subcell here, consulting, B6 over, and B10 through D15 to be numbers with columns. So again, drop this down, select number, automatically put in the decimal for us. And then below number, there's a comma style. We're going to click that to increase in provide our numbers. Once that's finished, go from click in B6, go up to the format painter, click on it, and drag it across. Repeat this again, format painter. Now click down through B10 through D15, and the numbers will be formatted. The final thing we'll do is format the look of the sheet. How we're going to do this, we're going to start by clicking in A1 in the title, and over by cell styles, drop it down, and here we have a bunch of preset colors and format text. As the main title, we're going to start by including this as a heading 1, and then 20% accent. Go back and click. Next title, heading 2, we're simply going to bold. A4 through D4. Now click in A4, drag across, and under our cell styles, we're going to use an accent 1. So automatically fill it in and change the coloring of the revenue. Repeat this for our expense row There you have that. Next, we're going to, as our total rows in accounting, you typically and traditionally separate this by double underlining. So we're going to go under our underline, which is right beneath where we change our font style or font size, this bottom double border. You're going to click on this. When you click out, you'll see, in order to separate our total from our elements, we're going to go back up here. We're just going to do a single border. So we have a single line, double line. We're going to finish that by repeating those same steps down here under our expense section. And when you're finished, it should look just like this. So now that you're finished, submit your assignment to the folder for where you open this up from, the Excel 1 Cassidy Group assignment.